What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and today we will be breaking down our next playoff matchup of the first round with the Boston Celtics versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's hop right in. Coming into this series, the Celtics are the 2 seed in the East with a 56-26 record, winning 8 of their last 10 games in the regular season. And the Sixers are the 7th seed after beating the Magic 109-97 in the play-in. They are 45-37, having won 6 of their last 10 games in the regular season. Looking at some per-game stats, Boston has been one of the best offenses in the league this season, ranking second in the league in offensive rating, and the Celtics have also been one of the best rebounding teams on both sides of the ball, ranking third in rebounds per game, whereas Philadelphia has not been a great shooting team this year, and they are in the bottom third in three-point percentage in the league. But the 76ers do have a disruptive defense and are near the top in both steals and blocks this season. And now looking at the advanced stats, we see that Boston is the best in the league at taking care of the ball, and they make great decisions on offense and get really good looks almost every time down the court. The Celtics are also near the top in opponent effective field goal percentage and do a great job of forcing tough contested shots, whereas Philly is good at getting to the free throw line and drawing contact. However, without Embiid in this series, I expect that number to decrease. And the Sixers are also top 10 in the league at forcing turnovers, and they like to pressure opposing ball handlers. And looking at the play types via synergy, Boston is very efficient in a variety of offensive actions, and they can score in so many different ways with so many different weapons. And the Celtics have also been excellent at defending spot-ups and isolations on defense, whereas Philly has not excelled exactly in one specific action on offense. And the Sixers have been great at defending pick-and-roll ball handlers, but will certainly need to be at another level against Boston in this series. And now for some lineup analysis. First, for the Celtics, they have used a lot of different lineups this season, and they have all mostly been efficient. And there was a lot of concern with Tatum coming back to the lineup if he would mess up the flow and kind of the play style of what they already had. But he has fit really well since coming back to the lineup. And the lineup of Pritchard, White, Brown, Tatum, and Kata has a very impressive 52.5 net rating when they're on the court together. And the Celtics also have great depth behind their starting lineup with guys like Hugo Gonzalez, Baylor Shireman, Jordan Walsh, Luka Garza, and Vucevic all making solid contributions, and I would expect them to use this depth to their advantage in this series. And now looking at the Sixers, obviously the injury to Embiid certainly hurts their chances at winning this series a lot, and their projected starting lineup of Maxey, Edgecombe, Oubre, Paul George, and Andre Drummond has only played 20 minutes on the court together, and they have not been efficient with a negative 20.9 net rating. Additionally, the Sixers only played 8 guys in their playing game against the Magic, and they will certainly need to rely on more than just their starting lineup in order to be competitive in the series. And their lack of depth certainly is a concern about their chances of beating Boston in the series. And now looking at some projected defensive assignments, first for the Celtics, starting that point with Tyrese Maxey, obviously the main guy that they have to prevent from scoring. I think Derek White starts on him, but I would expect to see a lot of Jaylen Brown, Peyton Pritchard, and Hugo Gonzalez on him at times. And then for VJ Edgecombe, I think Brown gets the starting assignment using his size and strength to disrupt him. And then for Kelly Oubre and Paul George, I think pretty interchangeable. For Kelly Oubre, I have Hauser to start and then backed up by Baylor Shireman. And for Paul George, I think Tatum and Walsh would get this assignment most of the times. And then in the middle, Andre Drummond defended by the bigs, Vucevic, Kata, and Luka Garza when they're in the game. And now looking at the Sixers, for Derek White, I think VJ Edgecombe would start on him, and I think Quentin Grimes would also get a lot of time when he's in the game. For Jaylen Brown, I think Kelly Oubre and Justin Edwards, if he gets in the series, would try to prevent him from scoring just using their size, length, and athleticism. But I think Brown definitely has the advantage on both of those assignments. And then for Sam Hauser, I think Maxey would get a lot of time on him when he is in the game, trying to give him more of a rest on defense. And then for Tatum, Paul George, backed up by Dominic Marlowe, I think would be the matchup most of the time. I would also expect to see a lot of Kelly Oubre on him as well. And then in the middle, Neemias Queta, defended by Drummond and Bona. And lastly, looking at some series X factors. First, for the Celtics, I think Peyton Pritchard has the chance to kind of swing this series more in the Celtics' favor than it is already. Peyton has been extremely effective in a larger role this season without Drew Holiday, Porzingis, and Tatum for most of the season. Pritchard certainly has limitless range on the perimeter and has been effective, averaging 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists per game, while shooting 46% from the field, 38% from three, and 89% from the line. And Payton will likely be coming off the bench in this series, and he will need to be efficient with the shots and also do a good job of pressuring Maxey and Edgecombe on the other end. And then for Philly, Quentin Grimes has been a solid contributor for the Sixers this season, but has certainly seen a dip in his shooting efficiencies. Grimes has been averaging 13 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal per game, while shooting 45% from the field, 33% from three, and 84% from the line. And Quentin will need to be an efficient scorer off the bench and will certainly need to be a disruptor on defense in order for the Sixers to have a chance. And looking at this series as a whole, these two teams have matched up 4 times this season, with the two teams being split at 2 games apiece. And Boston and Philly certainly have a lot of playoff history in recent years, with Boston dominating those matchups. And the Celtics have outperformed expectations coming into this season, as a lot of people didn't think that they could get back to the championship level that they were at in the past 2 seasons. And they've certainly been one of the best teams on both ends of the floor. Whereas the Sixers' chances in the series took a massive hit with the injury to Embiid, and it will certainly be an uphill battle with Maxey and Edgecombe trying to carry this team on their back. And overall, I think the series would have certainly been a lot closer with Embiid on the court, but I think Boston would still win regardless. And my prediction overall is Boston winning this series, 4-1 over the Sixers. I just think they have too much talent on both ends of the court, and I think that their size, physicality, and length will just be too much on defense, and their perimeter shooting will also outmatch the Sixers on that end of the floor. So with that being said, that is going to be it for me today, everyone. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching. If you did like this video, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.